All right, everybody, this is Darren Eady, and we're getting ready to start our online Google Hangout on weight loss reimbursement program. So get ready. If you're on, let's do this. If you're familiar with Google Plus and you're already in Google Plus, if you see on the side, on the right-hand side, you're gonna have different icons. Go ahead and click on the chat icon, and what'll happen, it will allow you to ask me questions in the chat box. I will see it and be able to respond back to you. So once again, I appreciate everybody coming out to the chat room. We're getting ready to get started. It is now 7 p.m. All right, so let's go ahead and get this game rolling. All right, my name is Darren Eady, and I am your starting over coach. I'm gonna give you a little history about me. I have been doing personal training, nutritional coaching, consultations, and all that for about over 20 years. So I've been doing it for quite a while, and kind of listening to people talk and ask me questions and kind of looking for guidance on how to, get in better shape, lose weight, be healthy, stay healthy. So excuse me, I'm cutting this light off in the background. So here you go. Okay, so, oh, is that Donna Jenkins? Donna, can you hear me? Donna. All right, Donna's trying to figure it out. Donna. Donna. Yes. You hear me? Heather. No, I was calling Donna online.
Okay.
Donna, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Donna, can you hear me?
Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You are live. I can hear you and I can see you. Can you see me?
I can.
Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me?
You can. Good. I can hear you.
Okay. That's one of my good friends and partners, Donna Jenkins. She's
Yes.
also a personal trainer, nutritional coach. She's going to be on with me, and she's going to be listening in. But
we got a delay.
You have a delay? You have a delay? Okay, that's no problem. You still get it. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Like I said before, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and the goal.
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right, Donna, I'm doing this live, so just listen in on it, okay? Okay, I've been doing it for 20 years, and the goal is to create a platform to allow people to be better educated on how to be healthy and how to get in better shape. The problems that I have been coming into when dealing with people is that they have a huge disconnect between what they know and what they can actually do. Okay, that's the first thing that we run into. The second thing is where they value themselves. How do they see themselves when it comes to what they believe about themselves and getting in shape? What's their priorities towards getting in shape is not always on their highest priority list when it comes to getting in shape. So and being healthy. So what we're going to do is that we're going to give you a kind of a simple roadmap and some things that's going to help you get in better shape. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right. When you first begin to make a decision about getting in shape and being healthy, the thing you want to understand first is why you want to do it. Okay, what got you to wake up that morning and go, okay, I'm going to lose weight? Okay, the simple things is people don't look good in their clothes. They look in the mirror and they're unhappy. They can't go up a flight of steps. They can't play with their kids. There's a lot of simple things that they perceive as, okay, I have to make some simple changes. Okay, and being healthy and getting in shape is really a personal journey. It's one of the most personal journeys you're going to have next to intimacy and things like that, because losing weight and being healthy is a lot more emotional than people would think. People are tie a lot of their things that they do into their emotions. Like, so that if they're unhealthy, if they're unhappy with their appearance, they can have depression. They can be detached from society. It means they're not going to go out as much. They're going to stay home. They're going to ostracize themselves because they're not happy with their appearance. Okay, and also due to that stress, they could be emotional eaters. You know, their husband or wives can no longer be attracted to them. So there's so many things that can go into just weight that people don't take into account. So getting back to it. Once you figured out why you want to get in shape, right? The next thing you do is determine what steps you're going to take to get there. Okay. And I always tell a person, when it comes to losing weight, put a value on how you see yourself. And what I mean by that is how far you're going to, how much are you willing to do to make this happen? So we're going to start with something simple. Okay. When a lot of people are looking to lose weight, they usually find the simplest way to go about it. Okay, a lot of people don't just go, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and find a trainer, I'm gonna go ahead and find a coach. They don't always do that right away. Okay, that comes through a series of mental processes before they get to that point. Okay, what they will normally do first is that they will find the simplest thing that they can get their hands on in order to make a decision. So they will go ahead and grab, say they'll start with a magazine, okay, and they'll go through that magazine and they'll look for an article. Okay, this is, hey, how to lose weight in 10 easy steps. Okay, so they will read that article, you know, or go on a blog, you know, things like that. They'll find something to read to help them with their journey, to give them a little bit of information. Okay, now if you look at a magazine or you look at a blog, you know, that's very easy to do. You know, all you got to do is Google weight loss, and you're gonna find thousands of articles on weight loss. Okay, very simple. Or you go to your local grocery store or Books and Millions or any bookstore and find a Get in Shape or Muscle and Fitness or any kind of health magazine on losing weight. So you'll grab it and you'll read it. You look through the articles and go, okay, how this is going to help it. Now, think about that first. Okay, you found the simplest way to start your weight loss journey. Okay, which is not a big deal. But if you read more into it, that's how you value yourself. Okay, you go, my weight loss success is going to be based off this $7 magazine or this Google article that I got for free offline. So at the very most, your value to yourself and your weight loss journey was $7. Okay, that's how you can look at it in the beginning as you begin to process in your mind is what you're going to do to get in shape. How far are you willing to reach to be healthy and fit? So you start with that magazine. Okay, you read it and you go through the process and you do the steps. You know, the steps may not tell you to join a gym. It may tell you to watch what you eat, count your calories, you know, eat healthy food, not processed foods. Okay, you know, do some simple exercises at home. Okay, and say you do that for 6 weeks and say you lose, you know, a pound or two. Okay, it was successful. You did lose a little bit of weight, but if you chose a goal of, say, you know, 10 to 15 pounds, then you'll feel that you weren't successful. Or you get on the scale and you haven't lost any weight at all. So now you're like, oh man, this stuff doesn't work, and then what am I gonna do next? So you go, okay, you dial back, you think some more. You go, you know, maybe I need a little bit more to do. Okay, maybe I need a little bit active. Maybe I need to be more active with this program. So now you begin to walk. You know, you may go to your local Walmart and buy, you know, a DVD, something like that. Okay, and say that DVD costs, you know, $19.95. Now you add $19.95 plus a $7 magazine. Okay, and that's going to be your current value of how you see yourself. That's your investment as of right now in your health and your weight loss. So now you're gonna pop that DVD in. You know, you're gonna follow the steps. Now you're doing, you know, Taibo or, you know, a number of other, you know, weight loss program that you can get with your DVD. Okay, or you can find it online. So if you got cable and you go to the, one of the health channels, they may have, workouts, stuff like that. So there's many ways that you go with that route. So you're going into it. You may be successful, you may not. But 9 out of 10, most people do not reach their goals that way. It keeps them active, keeps them doing things. But most people, how the goals they perceive in their mind, they normally don't reach it with a DVD. Okay, so you kind of see where I'm going. The value you place on being successful is based off what you're willing to do in order to make that success happen. So let's continue on with the same line of thinking. Okay, now you did that DVD, 6 weeks. You still haven't lost that much weight. Maybe a pound or two. You're still struggling with it. We're all struggling with the same pounds. I'm still not really getting the success I thought I would have. Okay, but you're not frustrated. You stick with it. You're okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, so now you go to another level. Okay, so the DVD didn't work. My magazine didn't help as much. Okay, I'm going to join a gym. Okay, so now you go to a Gold's Gym, Planet Fitness, or Pure Fitness, whatever the gym is in your town. And you go ahead and you decide to get in, meet the people, and you begin to explore. So now you see what they have available. They may have classes, they may not. If you go to Gold's Gym, you may get some classes. You go to Planet Fitness, you may not. Okay, so that's going to depend on where you go. But let's use Gold's Gym for example. Gold's Gym has always been a huge, gym that's going to have everything in it, from tons of equipment to classes to pools to pretty much whatever you need to make something happen. Okay, so you go, okay, I'm going to start with the treadmill. So you get in the treadmill. They give you a simple little script to go by. So now you're going to do 30 minutes on the treadmill. And then you find you a circuit, and you begin to do the circuit. Okay, now you begin to see a little bit more of the results. Okay, yeah, now you went from that 2 pounds to maybe 3, maybe 4 pounds. Okay, you feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing something. You keep doing that same thing over and over and over and over again. And all of a sudden, you get to a certain point, that's as far as you get. So you may only get about 4 pounds. You'll go, okay, but I'm doing everything correct. I'm coming here every day, and I'm watching what I'm eating, all the kind of good stuff. But yet, why am I still only losing 2 to 4 pounds? Okay, what all that means is the amount of investment you choose in yourself. And I'll put it on a comparison. Okay, now a lot of you may have went to college. College is not only is expensive, it's very demanding in order to be successful at college, which means you have to study all the time. Okay, you have to make sure you plan your day out. You're just not going to wing college. You know what time you got to be in class. You know how long you got to pay attention. You got to go home and go to work and eat and do the same thing over and over again the next day. But you believe in school because you were taught about school. School is very important. Everybody knows school is important. So you're willing to make that sacrifice to be successful at college. That same mentality you have towards being good in school is the same mentality that you would have towards being successful at weight loss. Okay, because it's a matter of priority. You place college at a high priority as far as what you're going to do to be successful, which means you're going to put the effort and the time to be good at college. Now, you may not decide to do that, the same mentality with weight loss. It may not be as important. So you may not be watching how well you eat, or you may not be preparing your foods on time, or you may not be consistent with your exercise program because you don't place a high on value. Well, think about your job. You get up every morning to go to work, no matter what. You spend a lot of hours. You do whatever asked of you because A, you want to be successful at your job, but B, you want to get paid every day. Okay, so you get where I'm going. How do you place your value on being successful at weight loss and being healthy? If you don't place a high value on being successful, then you won't be successful. That's the bottom line. You will not be successful at weight loss if you don't take it serious. Okay. Now, another main reason why people aren't successful is that we were never taught to be successful at weight loss. No one has ever said, this is what you do to be successful. Okay. So growing up as a little kid, they started with, okay, we're going to church. So if your parents were in the church,
you went to church. Whether you knew why you were going or should you go or how important it is, you went. Okay. Then after a while, church became part of your lifestyle, where as you got older, you went on your own as an adult. Okay. Going to school. It was time for you to go to school. You went. You know, they told you why school was important, the importance of education, the importance of what you could do with education, why education is the main thing you should have. You know, you were taught that. So now you were taught church, you were taught school. And then depending on how you were raised, you were taught about, you know, getting married and settle down. So like if you were a male, it says look for you a good woman and settle down and have kids. You know, if you were a female, look for a good man, you know, settle down and have kids, you know. You know, on top of that, you know, finding a good job, you know, so you went to school, you know, to get a good education so you can find a good job. Okay. These are all the things that were taught to you. Okay. These are the priorities that were put on your life that you should do. You've never heard somebody say, okay, don't get a job. You never heard somebody say, don't get an education. You never heard anybody say, don't try to have a relationship. Don't try to, you know, do all these things. You were taught all of these things in one way, shape, or fashion. Even society tells you you should do these things. Okay. But you were never taught how to eat right. You were never taught how to be healthy. You were never taught to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So growing up, you never knew, you know, being healthy should be a way of life. You never knew being in shape should be a way of life. You never knew being active on a regular basis is a way of life. You simply never knew that. Okay. So then how would you know, you know, to follow it as a lifestyle? So the majority of the population, which is about 80%, is behind the curve when it comes to a healthy lifestyle. They simply just don't know. Okay. And since they don't know how to put a value on it. They don't know how to make it a priority. So when you're having a conversation, say me as a personal trainer, if you're coming into my gym for a first time, you know, you can be overwhelmed by what you see in our conversation. And then when I tell you, okay, hey, our program may cost this price, or may cost that price, so you don't have a frame of reference as growing up as to place value on that, you may consider it, you know, too high. You may, oh, I can't afford that, even though you can. You know, you just don't believe in the value of it because you have no reference to compare it to. Okay, because you always see all these infomercials on TV saying you can lose 10 pounds in 10 days. You know, get the ab blaster, get the ab roller. You know, get the oblique worker, P90X, insanity. You know what I'm saying? You heard all these things on TV. You know, for $9.99, $19.99. You know, $199. You know, blah 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 blah, whatever the prices may be, and that's where most of your value come is your infomercials. You know, there is no hardcore knowledge that somebody has sat you down, like in a school, in a place that where you can get a body of knowledge that tells you this is the right way versus this way. It's never been done. Okay. And that's why 80% of the population does not work out or is not in a healthy program. Okay. So now that we have an understanding of why a lot of people aren't being successful at getting healthy, let's discuss what that 80% means. Okay. We're in a supply and demand society. Okay. What that means is that we ask for something and somebody supplies it, whether it be a company, whether it be an individual, whether it be whatever. Okay. Any major company is going to have a service or product that they provide due to the demand. Okay. So let's go back to that 80%. If 80% of the population does not work out, that means 80% of the population is dictating the demand of the things that they want. Okay? So we're gonna break it down. That's why you don't see as many gyms in a town or city as you should, because there's not that much demand for it. No one is saying, I need more fitness facilities. It's not being said by the population. Okay, so therefore you won't see as many. Or they may pop up and they may not survive because no one's going to it. Okay, you're not seeing as many health and weight loss programs, you know, as you should. You know, clinics, things like that. You know, That's why when you go to a hospital or you go to a doctor, they don't recommend health and fitness as the primary choice for health. They provide pills, they provide, simple things that they are invested in. Okay, 9 out of 10 is going to be some kind of pill or medication. Okay, depending on where you're at health-wise. Okay, now what that demand does is if you pay attention, you actually can see what it's doing. Okay, there's plenty of restaurants. You can drive down any main street of any town that you live in, and you're gonna see at least 3 to 4. If it's a main street, okay, a very populated street, you're gonna see at least 1 to 2 fast food restaurants, some kind of restaurant, some kind of quick eatery. 1 or 2 per every couple of blocks, depending on how far you have to drive. Okay. So fast food restaurant, Chinese restaurant, buffet, or some kind of style of restaurant that's going to allow you to respond to your demand. Believe it or not, you are demanding fast food. Okay, sounds crazy, huh? Burger, McDonald's, all those are bad for you, but yet you still demand it because that's what you want. You like the flavor of it, you like the convenience of it, you like all these things that allow you to make your life comfortable, which is, to add all this together, is the most important thing to you is your comfort and your convenience of it all. Okay, so now you add in what you don't know about being healthy and being in shape and losing weight, and then you tie it into what you want to see happen with it, how simple you want it to be, and how fast you want it to happen. Well, remember, we are Americans. We are spoiled people. We want everything now, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So if it takes too long to get it done, we don't want it. We simply don't want it. So we'll find an excuse not to do it. Okay? So now we had just tapped on, demand of it all. Okay? So if 80% of the population is not doing anything, it means that 20% of the population is. Okay? And that 20% is the demanding everything that we do and see when it comes to fitness and health. Okay? Now, with that being said, say you go to a Gold's Gym and it is packed. People are everywhere. Every machine is taken up, every class is full. You would think health and fitness is thriving in America. No, that 20% of the population has migrated to that one gym, give or take. I'm saying? Not everybody, that's 20%, but you get what I'm saying. The majority of the population you see is that same group going from gym to gym to gym to gym through the same programs. Is rarely anybody new. The 80% has been consistent for the past 5-10 years, if not longer, probably longer. But I'm gonna go with 10 years. Where that needle has not changed. It's still the same 80, 85%, 82%, something like that. It's still staying within the 80s. It's not getting higher. Okay. So the powers that be in marketing and sales of all these products that are allowing us to be fat and unhealthy is going strong. They are not losing any ground whatsoever. Okay. So let's continue. So now we've touched on supply and demand. I'm gonna keep going. I want to sum it all up as we go on. Okay. So say you're that 20% that wants to get healthy. Okay. You made the choice. You're gonna do something. Okay. With the education in mind. Okay. How much you actually do know. Okay. How do you put that into a structure that's going to allow you to be successful? Okay. Now, once again, there's tons of information out there that you can choose from. Okay. From a magazine to a book to YouTube, to an app on your phone, which is very popular. Okay. So there are many tools of the trade that can allow you to be successful. Okay. But the things about all those tools I just mentioned, what is the one common denominator of all those tools? Okay. It's a blanket tool, which means you can use it, your friend next door can use it, the person down the street can use it. Everybody can use that same tool because it's not personal, it's general. It's saying this is going to help you without knowing you, okay, without knowing who you are, your personality, how you live, what's available to you, things that you have access to. It just gives you a blanket script to go by. Okay. A blanket script does not give you any kind of way to cater it towards you and your lifestyle. So a lot of times people actually do get on the program and they're not successful at that program simply because that program wasn't catered and tailored towards them. So they go through all the steps exactly how they have it written out or have it printed out or on that app, that says, hey, if you weigh this much and you're this tall, and you're being this much active, your calorie that you should take in is going to be this much. Okay, that is an algorithm. That's a pre-programmed algorithm towards the numbers you placed in. Okay, which means it's going to spit you out the typical standard that you would use towards success. Okay, so you do it, you go, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this work, I'm gonna make this work. You go through all these things, and the next thing you know, you're still falling into that 2 to 4 pound, 5 pound category of success because you didn't know where to take it once you have a stumbling block. Okay, so something goes wrong, the app is not gonna tell you how to fix it because you can't program my car broke down. You can't program, my kids has band practice. You can't program, I just got laid off from my job. The magazine doesn't tell you these things. It doesn't tell you how to handle losing your job. YouTube doesn't tell you how to solve losing your job. Neither does that app. You see? So since we weren't taught the importance of health and how to deal with it and get comfortable with it, anything that comes up in your life can be a stumbling block for you being successful. Okay? Lifestyle will always be one of the hugest stumbling blocks or obstacles towards you being successful. Okay, which means let's go into lifestyle. So we've covered value, we've covered supply and demand. Now we're going to go ahead and discuss lifestyle. Okay, we're moving kind of fast. I'm gonna definitely slow it down. I'm gonna walk you through some more things, but right now I'm just giving you food for thought, things you got to think on. Okay, lifestyle. What do you think is the number one thing that people tell me when they're not going to get in shape and they're not going to be healthy and they're not going to focus on success? Okay, what it is I'm too busy. The top 3: don't have time, I know what to do, I just don't do it, and I feel fine. And there's nothing wrong with me. It's just throwing forward, nothing wrong with me. Okay, those things are the excuses that most people make to not get in shape. Okay, but the number one is lifestyle. Okay, and lifestyle applies to time. How much you got going on in your day to be successful? Okay, so if you're married, male or female, you have kids, you have a job, you go to church, you have all these responsibilities that consumes most of your day. And it doesn't allow for much time to exercise or eat correctly or as you think. So you make excuses of convenience, like going to the drive-through or using the microwave or things like that to satisfy that shortness in time that you think you have. Okay, so with that shortness of time, a lot of that is time management. How do you focus on the time to be successful? How do you plan your day? Okay, now when it comes to things that you perceive as being important, you have no problem in making the time and planning correctly. So let's look at your job. Okay, say your job is to get up at 6 in the morning every day. And say you hate waking up. Okay, what would you do? You would pull your clothes out, you iron them or whatever you do, and you have them prepared to put on. Or you know where your clothes are in your closet, you know exactly what you're gonna grab. So you already solved what you're gonna do clothes-wise when you wake up. Okay, you set your alarm clock. You say you're a heavy sleeper. That alarm clock wakes you up. So you just plan a way to get up in the morning. Okay, you go downstairs, and you already had a little snack bar waiting on you or a piece of fruit, or you can throw something in the microwave in in a minute, So you solve how you're gonna eat going out the door. Okay, so that's planning, right? That's a game plan. But yet you don't play that same thinking towards being healthy. Okay, I get out of work at this time. It takes me, 10 minutes to make my way to the gym. So I make sure I have my bag prepared in my car. All I gotta do is get in and drive. go in there and change and be ready to work out, or change it at my job and then leave with my extra clothes on. You know, we don't think that way because it's not a priority. Okay, it's not the most important thing. You know, it's something that you're just simply going to plug into and just do. Okay, or not do. Okay, so without taking it serious that I'm going to solve these problems no matter what it takes, you will never solve your weight loss problem. You see? So lifestyle is very confusing, okay? Very stressful, you know, can be time consuming, okay? But normally that's due to letting your life lead you and you not leading your life, okay? So focusing on lifestyle. Where you live and what you have access to can play a factor in your success, okay? So if you live in a major city, any major metro, and you know, a gym is every 3 to 5 miles away, you know, so it's on a bus line or it's down the street from where you live, it's down the street from where you work, you know, then having a chance of being a part of the gym and having a chance of being successful at weight loss is pretty decent. Okay, well, say you live in the suburbs or you live in the rural area and you don't have access to a gym. Okay, then you know, if you're lucky enough to have internet, you know, or cable, or you know, something along those lines, you know, then you can watch exercise program on TV, you know, or you can pop in a DVD, or you can watch it on the internet. Okay, so that would be your next, you know, opportunity to find a program to help you lose weight and get in better shape. Okay, now say you don't have, you know, Wi-Fi. Say you don't have TV. So you don't have access to any of these things. Okay, then of course you have to make your way to a store, buy something, you know, something that help you get started. You know, but like I said, it's all about how important it is to you. Okay, me as a trainer, I have people who drive, you know, 15, 20 miles away, you know, sometimes even more, to exercise with me because they believe in the value of what I do and what I teach. Okay, now if they didn't believe in that value, they wouldn't drive because it's not really convenient to drive 20 miles one way, drive 20 miles back. You know, well, gases went down, so it's not, you know, that much of a big deal. Only time. Okay, but like I said, if you are a busy person, you know, that's still a lot of time. That's 40 minutes a day out of your day to come see a trainer that you don't value, so you wouldn't do it. Okay, so the easier the convenience, the more you're likely to do it. Okay, so what is your desire to get in shape? Okay, why do you want to be successful at weight loss? What are the things you're trying to focus on? Once again, weight loss is emotional. Okay, it's a mentality that you have inside. It can be personal. Okay, so let's take one. Let's take dating. Okay, so you're dating a person that have been together for a while. When he met you or she met him, that person, the opposite sex, was in shape. Okay, like I said, being together over a year, say he or she gained, you know, 20 pounds. Okay, now to that person who met you, you may no longer be attractive. Okay, so now you're like, oh, he don't attracted me. My weight loss is emotional. Okay, it's not health wise. You're deciding to lose weight because you don't want to lose your significant other, okay, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, so that's your motivational factor. You simply would not be in the gym if it wasn't for your mate and how he or she felt. Okay, but that's very stressful. Okay, because you're desperate to hold on to that person. Okay, so when you go into a gym and that, you know, you look at that gym before you even meet a coach or a trainer or anything like that, you know, you look at this, oh my God, you know, what am I gonna do to make myself lose weight so my man doesn't, or my woman doesn't leave me, or whatever, or look at another woman, look at another man. You know, so that stress to be successful at losing weight can be a turnoff, you know, because it's so hard when it's coming from an emotional standpoint, because you didn't want to do it to begin with. It's like anything. If you don't want to do it, it is so hard to do if you don't want to do it. Okay? So you got to find a motivation that's reasonable for you to do in order to be successful. You have to think about, how can I make this a part of me that is important for me to do, and I don't have a problem doing it. Okay? These are one of the things you got to process in order to be successful. Okay? Now, you see, I'm not going with a script. I'm not reading down point A to point B, point C, point else. Okay? I'm just having a conversation. This whole first webinar is about how to think about being successful. Now, if you did find my link and you did go register for this webinar, you would have got 7 steps to weight loss. Okay, and it's kind of walking through some of the things that I've said. So I have an ebook out there that can help you mentally understand what we're talking about today. So I try to put out as many things I can that can help solve problems. If you go to any of my blogs, I have articles, you know, I have a lot of things out there that you can read to kind of give you a gauge. Like I said before, you know, listen, reading a magazine or ebook is the lowest value, that you can place on your weight loss. But it's always a start to even sometimes ask a question. Okay. I also have a book out there called Starting Over, Learning to Live in a Healthy World, created by you. You can get it on Amazon. When you link to any of my blogs, my books on there, just click on the link, it takes you right over to the Amazon to get the book. You can get it in Kindle, or you can get a hard copy. Okay, so I put a lot of things out there so that when we have conversations, we have point of references to go by to make our conversations easier. Okay, because I'm here in Columbus, South Carolina. You could be in New York, which means the only way that we'll conversate is online. You know what I'm saying? So our webinars are designed to help give you the information that you need, and there's other ways that we'll discuss down the line as well. So this first portion of this conversation is mindset. It's all about what we do and why we do it, how you value it, how you don't value it, how you pursue it. This is what we're having to talk about right now. So just me, basically just chatting with you. Okay. So why me? Why Darren Eady? It's because I have a passion. This is my purpose. Okay. This is what God simply told me to do. He said, Darren, you ain't working on Wall Street. You are not going to be the one that can create the new car. Your purpose is to help a person in need understand how to be healthy, how to lose weight with the mind, body, and spirit. Okay, which we're going to go to next, the 3 components of my mind, body, and spirit. So that's my purpose. I want to be able to help as many people as I can be healthy and live a productive lifestyle. This is all I want to do. This is all I will do. So my goal is, make sure that I'm always speaking. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm trying to write more books. I'm gonna try to, be more healthy with my coaching. I'm gonna do everything I can so that when I do leave this earth, I've helped as many people as I possibly can. So when it comes to the energy and the desire to help you, it's very high in me. Okay, which is why I decided to do this first webinar. So now you have a kind of an understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I will never stop, so you will always be able to find me. Okay, so getting back to lifestyle. Okay, so the first one could be emotional, to where you're desperate from a lifestyle point of view to of affection, have it or don't have it. Okay, the second one, which is probably the most easiest one, is that you're just unhappy with your appearance. You look in the mirror and you're simply unhappy. You're like, how did I get here? Especially if you gain weight. If you've always been plus size, it's easy to, get comfortable with it because you've been that way most of your adult life. Okay. But if you weren't that way, like a lot of people in high school say, yeah, I ran track and I did sports and I was in great shape. I was a size 4, size 5, size 6. Now I'm size 12, 16, 18, 22, and I want to get my body back, Now, you were younger in high school, you were more active, you did more things. Now you're older with kids and a lifestyle that demands more of your time. You're not going to have the freedom to run, jump, and play around with no real responsibilities. So that was one of the reasons why you're in shape. Okay. Second is that somebody was your overseer. You didn't go eat what you want to eat. You didn't have fast food every day. You know, you had whatever your parents cooked. Okay, so there was a chance of you eating the wrong thing day in and day out, and not eating was slim to none because your parents wasn't gonna have it. When it was time to eat, you ate. You see what I'm saying? You know, so if your mom got up and made you breakfast, you had breakfast. If your mom said you're gonna have lunch and you went to school with lunch, you ate lunch. You got home, you had dinner. Okay, so the chance of you making a mistake eating wise was slim to none. Now, as you got older and you had freedom and you had freedom of will, you know, you didn't have to eat if you didn't want to. Okay, so that's the difference between, you know, young and in shape and old and not in shape. Is you have more freedom as an adult than you did as a child. Okay, now the funny part about it is that you think with being an adult and you're more educated now, you know how to make the right choices, the wise choices, you would think you would naturally think to be healthy. It will be simply what you do. Oh, I got to eat better, drink my water, you know, exercise, because that's the right thing to do. Wrong. People do not think that way. Okay. When it comes to health, in most people's minds, there is nothing wrong with it. Okay. They're not really any kind of problem, even though they're, you know, if you went to a doctor, they'll be classified as severely overweight or obese. But to them, it's okay because I can make a choice whenever I want to. Right now, it's not a big deal because I got too much to do. Okay. Let's digest that for a minute. Okay. You consider it okay to be unhealthy. You can consider it okay to be out of shape. Okay. You don't think being unhealthy is having everything wrong. You simply just don't. And I hear it a lot. I go, no, Dad, I'm fine. I be in a store, and I strike up a conversation. I go, yeah, why don't you come work out with me? First one's on me, try it out, say you like it. No, I'm fine. You know, when you can look at it and go, no, you can't be fine. The body does not function and deal with what you're currently at right now. It doesn't. It may mask and do its best to control it, but it's being stressed every day. Sooner or later, something's going to give. But the average person who's overweight or obese simply doesn't take it that serious. So why don't you? Okay, why isn't it a major problem? If you look on TV, the war on drugs, okay, the poverty issue, you know, more jobs, you know, war, and all the things, missing Susie, we're looking for Susie, Amber Alert, you know, all these things bombard the airways. Okay, the newest show, Scandal, you know, how to get away with murder, and you know, Blacklist, and all these popular shows. You know, you ever notice how distracted you are by all these things? Okay, the average person watches at the very least 4 to 6 hours TV a day, but yet they're so busy. But they can muster up 4 to 6 hours of TV a day. You see? And it doesn't take but 30 minutes 3 times a week to solve most of your problems. But you rather spend 4 to 6 hours of TV a day. I didn't do the stats on how long Facebook was, but I know it's close to being the same. The last time I looked at, it was about 4 hours of Facebook today. Okay, social media is worse than TV because you have so many ways to be engaged social media wise, from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram, which are the top 3, you know, Pinterest, and all these access to other people that can consume your day. That's why your phones upgrade every year. You know, the G6 and all that is as big as my laptop, you know, and you can do everything like my laptop on your phone, you know, so you're constantly engaged electronic wise. But it's a major source of distraction. Okay, it consumes your day. So you take that 4 to 6 hours and you watching TV, another 4 for being linked to social media, adding your job, adding your kids, you know, adding your church, you know, adding what the kids got to do, you know, you can see where it can take up a lot of your time if you valued all these things, if they're all high priorities, then yes, I can see where it can consume all your time. Okay, but is being engaged social media wise necessary? Okay, if you set your phone correctly, if you have a message, bling, it'll go off. You look at it. Okay, but until that goes off, put it down. Okay, spend your time being active. Okay, you know, plan to be on social media for, you know, 30 minutes during lunchtime, and after that, get off it and don't worry about it. You know, that would knock off 3.5 hours of free of non-social media time. You know, pick one show that you're gonna watch. Watch that show and go do something else. Okay. So if you don't 4 to 6 hours, you have either 3 or 5 hours of non-TV or social media time to do something else. You see? So there's many ways to solve your problems when it comes to getting healthy and getting in shape. You just have to value it that way. Okay. But if you don't, you know, if it's low on your priority list, you would never be successful. Never. Because you simply don't believe in it. And people don't. People don't believe healthy is important. If you were to type a survey, they go, how many people think health is important? And you put the keywords at the bottom, be honest, 100% truthful. Because the social responsibility answer is, I think being healthy and fit is important. You're checking. Because your social response tells you that you should. But deep down, you don't think that way. Like, I have other things that's more important. I don't feel no pain. I can still function. I can still move. You know, my clothes don't fit, I buy bigger clothes. You know what I'm saying? You can justify not being fit. You can. It's easy to do. Okay? So that's the truth of it all. You say we don't believe in it. You know, getting in shape is a want, not a need. People want to get in shape. They don't need to get in shape by their mental standards. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to break it down in a way that may be uncomfortable, may make sense to some and not to others, but it's the reality of your mindset. Okay? So here we go. If I told you, okay, that the reason that you are not getting healthier in shape is because you are programmed, you are being controlled, would you believe me? Did I say if I said you were a slave to society, would you believe it? Okay. Because once again, you're an educated person with free will. Okay. So there's no way you can be controlled. But your lifestyle is the proving ground to what I'm saying. Okay. If you're unhealthy and you're not fit, something that your body is not designed to do, it's not designed to be out of shape and unhealthy. It's actually designed to stay in motion. But if you don't do any kind of activity, you don't do anything for your body to stay in motion, you are going against its natural design. Okay. So how do you get to the point where you got away from what your body is supposed to do? Okay. Programming. Nah, can't be programming. Gotta be something else. Okay. So let's break down programming, shall we? You are bombarded with thousands and thousands and thousands of images every day, from the newest car to the latest phone to the newest TV show to trips to foods to everything. Everything you possibly think of, you're bombarded with it on a regular basis. Okay. You only have one brain, you only have one mind. You know, your mind absorbs all these images and it has to process it. It has to put it into categories that you can relate to. Okay. You know, an image on food, say McDonald's. Okay. Even in 2015, McDonald's still spends billions or millions, probably millions, but it could be billions, millions on advertising. In 2015, why? McDonald's been around forever. What's the need to have so much marketing? Okay. Constant and consistent bombardment of that simple image makes it a thought that occurs with a certain response. What I mean by that is that if you get hungry, I'm hungry, the first image that's going to pop into your mind is the one that's been programmed the most. So you're driving home and you get hungry. You think McDonald's. You see McDonald's, you automatically pull over. Because A, you know what you're going to get. B, it's been bombarded in your brain. C, it has drive-through, great customer service. Somebody's talking to you with a smile and they treat you nice. So boom, you just bought McDonald's. You know in the back of your mind, it's not good for you. You shouldn't be eating it, but it's been bombarded so much, it's now become a justified source of nutrients. Okay, and that's with everything else. Okay, give you an example. We just had Black Friday not too long ago. Okay, you've heard things about trampling and people fighting over products and all that kind of good stuff. People staying in front of stores waiting for it to open at 12 at night, all that kind of good stuff. Something what they just did. Why would you do that? Why is staying up at 12 o'clock at night to be the first one to go into Best Buy? Why would that be important? Why? How is that normal? How is that a normal course of action? You wouldn't do that for anything else. You don't camp out for a sporting event. You don't camp out for your kid's school. You don't camp out at your job. Okay, so why would you camp out at Black Friday? Programming. They've taught you you're going to get the best deals ever on Black Friday. So of course you're going to camp out. You go, oh, I'm going to get the best, I'm going to get the best, I'm going to get the best, knowing it's not going to be the best. There's no such thing as cheap. There's no such thing as the best deal. It's the best thing that you're going to get in perceived value. I've convinced you, or they have convinced you, that's the best deal. Okay. If it was dirt cheap, they couldn't stay in business. They wouldn't be able to make a profit and succeed if it was cheap for you. Okay, there's no way. There's no such thing as cheap. No, I take it back. There is such thing as cheap. There's such thing as cheap. There is, but it's profitable to them. Okay, they're still making money, so it's not cheap to them. It's cheap. It's perception of cheap. Okay, makes sense. Okay, getting back into programming. Okay, with all this bombardment and all these, values you place in it, everything you do is convenient wise and so on and so forth. Okay, let's look at. So I lost my train of thought. Let's look at not only convenience. Let's look at how you process what you're getting. Okay, convenience is the number one thing why we do anything. Okay, how convenient it is to my lifestyle. Is it around the corner? To put together. How soon can I turn on the TV to find what I'm looking for? Convenience from remote to cell phone to microwave. Convenience. Okay. Our marketing style is so convenient that it's everywhere. Okay, you have a billboard as you're driving to your job. You turn on the TV, you have commercials in the morning. Okay, you have ads in a magazine. You have ads in a newspaper. It pops up on your phone. It pops up in your email. It's so convenient. You can get these special deals that you don't have to go find them. You see what I'm saying? That convenience allows you to look at it more because it's right there at your fingertips. So you look at it 10 times more. They say this. You have to see any kind of excuse me. You have to look at any marketing image about 6 times before it becomes something that you're going to, buy into. Okay, and that's why the powers that be, these huge companies, spend so much because they know you have to see it over and over and over again for it to finally click. Okay, so after it clicks, you become a slave. You have been programmed. So even though you have a rational thought, you're programmed, and you don't question it. You don't think, why am I doing this? Okay, how come I'm going left instead of right? Programming. Okay, why am I having fast food instead of cooking? Programming. Okay, why I choose a name brand versus a cheaper version? Programming. Okay, you have been taught to do it wrong. 80% of the population does not work out. You have been taught to do it wrong. Okay, now how do you overcome this program? Okay, how do you get past it? How do you move on to another stage of your life? Okay, the book I created is called Starting Over, Learn to Live in a Healthy World Created by You. Okay. What it does is a self-help book. Along with me talking with you, the book is designed to walk you through you. Okay. Most people do not understand themselves. They are clueless to who they are and what they do. Okay. And I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to give you some insight. Aren't you excited? Okay. As a child, the first images you have is of your parents. Okay. They're going to instill their values onto you. Are they your values? No, they're your parents' values. Okay. Be a good Christian, go to school, get a job, buy a house, have kids. These are all their values and society's values. The American dream. These are what you do. Okay. So that's your first understandings of how to walk your life out. Okay. Now you get older. Now the values they've given you in the house, you can now apply them to the world. Okay. But the world has tons of other things to now throw at you as a possible perceived value. Okay. Don't let the car, because it will give you status. It will give you prestige. It will give you a way of life that cannot be matched with an economy car. Okay. Parents say, control your money. Don't spend more. Don't spend more than you can afford. Society says credit card, finance it, low interest rate, blah, blah, blah. See what I'm saying? Now you get to appearance. Okay. You may not look the best you want to look. Okay. But you were never taught to exercise. So how do you combat that? Okay. You go shopping, right? You buy clothes. Okay. The nicer the colors, like stripes and black. You know what I'm saying? They said stripes mask this, black mask that. So a certain style of fit hides this, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now you get clothes, and you get your hair done, and you get your nails done, and you get shoes, and you buy jewelry. Okay. That may mask your physical appearance, because you're now looking at your outer appearance. So now you become superficial. Okay. It has nothing to do with your physical appearance. It's everything to do with your outer appearance. Okay. Another way of avoiding situation. Okay. Now you go to eat. Okay. Low calorie this, diet that, low sugar, low this, blah, 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 that. So now when things you pick, you have a perceived understanding that this is better for you. Because you've never learned and never taught it, you don't know if it's better for you. Okay. Just because it says it on the label doesn't mean it's better. But do you know any different? No. So how do you solve it? You don't. You go through life year after year, buying into these stereotypes, buying into these systems. Okay. At the end of the day, you haven't accomplished your goal because you still never learned how to. Because you're programmed into a system that tells you you should not. If you're healthy, if you're in great shape, how does that affect the fast food industry, the candy industry, the alcohol industry, the soda industry, the clothing industry? It affects all that. Okay. So if I'm a major corporation like McDonald's, why would I want you to think about your health? I wouldn't. It wouldn't even occur to let that even be a factor in your life. That's why it's still 80-20. Okay. So why can't you get better? Why can't you get healthier? Going back to that. Okay. The reason you can't is because you have to weigh what you know and what you know how to do. So what you know is what society tells you is the right thing to do. Okay. When you try to go against the grain and go, I'm going to do this, you get bombarded with more. Okay. So how come there's not, hundreds and hundreds and thousands and millions of ads about health? For every McDonald's ad, don't you think there will be a healthy ad? Why isn't there? You watch TV. I'll give you a test. Okay. You watch TV for an hour. Okay. And I want you to write down how many times you see a fast food commercial. Okay. How many times you see an alcohol commercial? How many times you see Twinkie or some kind of snack commercial? Okay. Car commercial, whatever commercial, right? And then tell me how many times you actually see a health commercial about eating right, drinking the right foods, and exercising. That's not an infomercial, like for an ab blaster and the Beachbody shake. That's an actual health ad about living a healthy life. I'm not willing to bet you even see it once. Okay, why? It's because if you do see it and you begin to change your mind, you won't buy into the system that we currently have. Okay, McDonald's can't be the biggest #1 seller of burgers anymore. Okay, because you're choosing a healthy lifestyle. But don't get me wrong, the healthy lifestyle is coming up, but it's not coming up as fast or as consistent as fast food. Okay, so if you don't choose it or learn how to choose it, you will never ever choose it. Okay, because say you live in Columbia, South Carolina, where I live, and you're McDonald's, and you have a lobbying platform that says, I will dump $1 million into your city if you don't air any health ads and nothing but McDonald's ads. Okay. Social responsibility will tell the average person to say no, right? That's not going to happen. Okay. They're going to go with the money. It's easier to go ahead and take $1 million and put up McDonald's ads. Why? It's because a person has freedom of choice, right? Freedom of choice. You can choose simply not to eat fast food, right? But if it takes six times of seeing it over and over again before you make a decision, okay. What if you see it 18 times, 20 times, 50 times? Okay. Sooner or later, you make that decision. We all do it. Nobody's exempt from making that choice through the programming. It takes discipline not to. Okay. So changing your mindset is changing your environment. Okay. Having different things that you're exposed to. Okay. Going back to your childhood once again. Okay. Your parents says, don't hang out with this guy. He's a bad influence. Hang out with that guy. He's better. He's a good guy. Okay. The same thing applies to adulthood. If you have friends that's going out to eat all the time, you will have to refrain from hanging out with them so much until it fits a schedule of health to you. If you're going to have a cheat meal on Saturday, hang out with them on Saturday. But to hang out with them when they're going to eat, it's going, no, I'm going to stay here. I brought my food with me. Simple way of making a lifestyle adjustment. Not easy, mind you, because you're like friends. We're social people. We want to be out there and talk to everybody. It's not easy. Okay, but for success-wise, you gotta make these changes. Okay, so you see, there's always a way to go about being healthy. Now, there's nothing I'm saying that's new. I'm not giving you any, all-inspiring bits of information that was birthed from God to me. It's always out there. It's easy to find. It's how you apply it with the mind, body, and spirit. Okay. Your mind is the way to make mental adjustments towards changing your life. Learning something that allows you to make a different decision. Okay. That's your mind. Your mind going, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it that way. Okay. The body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Okay. Is where you hide basically God. Basically. Okay. Now, getting biblical for a second. If your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, okay, and it's the first thing God has given you, why is it the last thing you take care of? Okay, why aren't you taking care of your body more if you're a religious person? Which shows you the power of mind control. Okay, if you're in your church and your church says we're all about God, what it says in the Bible, everything like that, it tells you what to eat in the Bible. It tells you about gluttony and sin, all that kind of good stuff. It tells you, but yet we still don't do it. Okay, we do the dictated aspect of church. The pastor wants you to do this and go in this direction, and you go that way because the pastor says it. Because you don't want to read for yourself and go, what did the Bible say? And go in the direction. Okay, that's life. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a question, and you tell me what you think. This question I would actually like you to consider, really, really consider. Okay, it says in the Bible, right, that if you kill yourself, you will not go to heaven, right? So you can't put a gun to your head, blow your head off. You can't take pills. You can't do anything that will kill you, all right? Or you won't go to heaven. If you've been eating fast foods and not exercising and being unhealthy, and due to that, you die of a heart attack, would you go to heaven? Because a heart attack wasn't natural causes. It was caused by you. You systematically killed yourself and you died because of poor health. Would you go to heaven if you're a church believer? So that's a question that I would like you to ask yourself and see how you answer it. And maybe that might spark some change in you a little bit, hopefully. You know, we can only see. All right. Now, we've spent an hour of talking about lifestyle, supply and demand, values, structure, time management in a general conversational way. You know what I'm saying? So all these things were things to think about, things to focus on, things to go, I should do better because. That's what the whole first half of this hour was. Okay. Now, I'm not going to talk too much longer. I know I said it for 2 hours, but we don't need 2 hours to really go over everything. But I'm going to now start going into the weight loss reimbursement program. Okay. Now, I'm going to explain what it does, why we're doing it, and where we're going with it. Okay. So, the weight loss reimbursement program is all about incentives. Okay. It's here to teach you how to have a healthy lifestyle and losing weight. Okay. And it gives you an incentive in which to do it because we value money. Okay. Money is the top 1 of things we want. We crave, we need, we feel that we want money. Okay. But we also know that value is tied into how much we spend for something. Okay. BMW, we know, is a quality car because the marketing and the driving and the testimonials tells us it's a quality car. Okay. But BMW are not cheap. Okay. A BMW is an expensive car because the value is there and the status is there. You buy the car. Okay. The weight loss reimbursement program is you buy the coaching program, you're successful at the program, and you get reimbursed a portion of your money back for being successful. Okay, it's going to be based off your, how much weight you need to lose and things like that, but you will get cut back a portion of your money for reaching your goals. Okay, that means you have to complete it. If your goal is to lose 50 pounds, you have to lose 50 pounds. Okay, because if you stick to the system, you will be successful. You stick to the coaching, you will be successful. If you follow the educational aspect of it, you learn your body, you learn a new lifestyle, and you learn a new direction, you will not only be successful, you will maintain that success like going to school. When you get a degree, that knowledge never goes away. If you choose not to use it, that's different, but it doesn't really go away. If you apply it on a regular basis, you will have that knowledge forever. Okay? The same thing with our system. If you follow the system, and you follow my coaching and my education, you will be successful at reaching your weight loss goals. And because you were successful, you get a portion of your money back. Okay? That is the reimbursement program, because we want you to complete the program. Okay? By completing that program, you will now have, we will now have data of how you were successful, because we will deal with your weights, we will deal with your lifestyle, we will deal with your ability to stay on task and complete it, and we'll be able to monitor how you feel at being successful. That information is that we can apply to other programs and build bigger programs, because the weight loss reimbursement is designed to help us build a larger weight loss system. So you're actually helping us build a bigger program for you and for this world abroad. Well, like I said before, my purpose is to help as many people as I can. Okay, even though the webinar is good, we still need a certain level of other systems that we need to apply to this. So the weight loss reimbursement program is the first phase of our successful program. Okay, then from there, you will see me roll out the next portion and the next portion. But we're starting with, will you help me help you be successful? So if you have to lose 100 pounds, and within a year or how long it takes, you lose 100 pounds, and you stick to the system, and the system successfully gets you there, okay, you are not only a testimonial, you're a proven person of the system, okay, and something that we can show the powers that be, this works versus this, okay, that's what we want. You know, we want to show that being healthy solves problems. When you're healthy, you are a positive influence on society and not a negative one. Because when you're healthy, you're not going as much to the doctor, you're not demanding medications, you're demanding more healthy food, so our agriculture grows. You know what I'm saying? Being healthy has benefits. Okay, being overweight and obese has negatives. It's a drain on our healthcare. You know, you become preyed upon by pharmaceutical companies and things like that. You look down upon, you're ostracized. You know, we don't even talk about the word I'm looking for. Might as well blink again, boy. Ooh, so I get old. Okay, we don't even talk about man, I can't think of the word. Okay, when you're being treated differently because your weight. You know what I'm saying? It's where somebody is purposely being negative towards you because of your weight. Okay, say you're at a job. Discrimination, Jesus, my mind. You're being discriminated against because of you being overweight. It's the new thing. We don't see it because it's not being addressed as much, but it's out there and it's running, it's in full effect. Okay, you go to a job and you're clearly, educational-wise, qualified for this job. Okay, and you get another person who's, I can say, just as qualified, maybe a little bit less qualified. Okay, but you sit down and you're a 5'4" female and you weigh 225 pounds. Okay, and you have another 5'4" female and they weigh 145 pounds. Okay, they're going to look at who is going to be more long-term successful in my company. Okay, who's going to be stronger for higher output, can recover quicker, can keep going longer, who's not going to be a drain on my healthcare. Okay, it's that 145-pound person, that's a 225-pound person. They look at that you're going to be unable to be productive. You're going to be drained on their healthcare. Your appearance is not there, no matter what kind of clothes you wear, and you're not the image that they want. So you will not get hired, regardless of your skill set. These are the things that aren't being said enough, but this is the reality of it. Okay, dating. Okay, a lot of people may not be attractive. I'm not saying that nobody's attracted to a big person. There's some people who are, but on average, people are not attracted to big people. Okay, and they tend to frown, look down, or pity you, or try to, offer you whatever. Okay, but when you're healthy, you're more confident. You look the part. You're more assertive. You have more energy. You do a lot more when you're healthy. It's just how it is. So we're not trying to make up something or give you something that's different. Okay, we're giving you, I feel, a better choice because you'll live longer with it as well. Okay. So getting back to focusing on how you're going to get to your goals with our weight loss reimbursement. Okay. So once you decide to take our program, we're going to give you rules. Okay. You're going to download our rule book. It's going to explain your responsibility to the program. Okay. What you're required to do on a daily basis about no lying, no cheating, follow these lifestyle steps so you can change to this new lifestyle. Okay. Lifestyle is rhythm. You change your rhythm from an old rhythm to a new rhythm, you do better things. You're more successful with your newer rhythm. Okay. You see more productivity with it. You see more changes with it. Your current rhythm does not work because you're overweight, you're unhappy, you're struggling. So you got to do something different, right? So let's get on a new program that allows that to happen. So you're creating a new rhythm, a new lifestyle. Okay. Through that, you learn time management. You learn healthy eating. You learn preparation. You learn consistency in exercise. You learn all these things that teaches you. Okay. This whole program is educational, believe it or not. Okay. It's designed to teach you. Doing new things create new results, and you understand by doing these new things, you do better. See what I'm saying? That's what the program does. Then from there, once you've gone through all the rules, okay, you go through a goal assessment to where we're going to sit down with you and go, what are your goals? Naturally, we know it's a weight loss because that's what you're here for, weight loss. Okay. But we're going to go through with that weight loss, what do you really want? Most people don't want weight loss. Did you know that? Most people are not here to lose weight. They're here to look a certain way. They want to have an image of what they look in the mirror to be pleasing not only to them, but to everybody else. Okay? So they want a flat stomach. They want nice legs. They want a nice butt. They want nice chest, arms, shoulders. They want an image of pleasing. Okay? Why do you think every motivational thing you will see about fitness is done with an athletic person? You do not see Joe Big Dude or Miss Susie I'm Heavy talking to you about weight loss and health. You see a person with a six-pack or accessory. Look at that image in the magazines. Every female is wearing a daggone close to a thong or a form-fitting outfit to show off how great a shape they are. A guy is the same way. Is going to have a tight-fitting shirt or no shirt and have a six-pack. Look at P90X guy. P90X guy is my age or older. I'm 47. He's older, okay? But you never see him out of shape. He's selling fitness through shape. It's not what he says, it's how he looks. Image. You see what I'm saying? Fact, the person is not going to sell you health and fitness and exercise and shape. They won't. Look at what's the guy with the red hair? Simmons? No, not Russell Simmons. I can't think of his name. He's the always flamboyant guy who did the aerobics classes. Back in the day, even he wasn't, out of shape. He was in decent shape so that he fit the mold of health. Okay? Health is an image. That don't mean you can't be healthy on the inside. People want to be healthy on the outside. Okay? So going through your goal evaluation, we break down what you want to be successful. How do you want to look? Six-pack on up. how you want to fit in your clothes, the kind of clothes you want to wear, the whole nine. We get very thorough in your goals. Once we establish that, we know where to send you. Okay. Now we have several programs you can choose from when it comes to getting in shape. Through our coaching program, you have nutrition only, you have coaching in the gym, you have coaching at home. Okay. Whatever your lifestyle mandates and dictates, we will help you do. Now we may encourage something if you want to try to be super lazy and go, I just want to do this part. You know, we're not gonna go, we go, no, you need this part. Here's why. Everything we do can be explained in detail towards your success. Because it's proven that the system works, is that we have to teach you why it works, and it becomes a need instead of a want. When we want something, we don't have to have it. But if we need it, we know we have to have it. So being healthy should be a need. We will teach you it become one. Because the salvation of our nation comes from health. Not anything else. It doesn't come from money. When you're healthy and strong and fit, you have the proper mindset, you can achieve all other things. But if you're not healthy and you're not fit, you don't have the proper mindset, everything is a struggle. Everything. Okay? You just have to understand that. And that's the nature of the beast. Okay. So after you go through your goal assessment, now you're on your program. Okay? Your program will start 6 weeks. It's a 6-week program. Okay? It's a 6 weeks educational performance course that teaches you to have a rhythm of reaching your goals. By 6 weeks, by 6 weeks, you are beginning to lose weight. You're beginning to build muscle. You're beginning to be on your weight loss journey. Okay, after that 6 weeks, we'll do an evaluation to see if you can maintain it on your own, and then we'll just do periodic coaching where you'll chime in from time to time with me to go over everything as you continue on your program as it goes. Okay, now, if your goal is a higher goal, okay, anywhere from 10 to 30 pounds can be addressed and maintained in 6 weeks, to where you will reach a knowledge base of performance that in 90 days you should be able to get off 30 pounds of weight loss, if not more. Okay. Now, if you have to lose anywhere from 50 to 100, okay, your coaching program may be a little bit longer. It may not be 6 weeks. It may be maybe 2 months or a little bit more, because it takes longer to get over certain mental humps like depression, low self-esteem, things like that. That constantly is a stumbling block. Okay, where you tend to emotionally eat, or you won't go to a gym, or you won't go outside. Things that prevent. So we may take a little bit longer to break down these barriers that gets in the way. But if it's just a matter of application, 6 weeks is fine. Okay? So once the program is in place, once we're using it, once we're monitoring it, we document everything so that we can let you know how you got successful. Because our job is to teach you. It's not just an action thing, you just do it. Because once you stop doing it and you haven't learned it, how are you going to repeat it and continue it? Once I stop chatting with you, it will go away because you never processed it as something to learn. You're just going through the steps. Darren says jump, I jump. That's not education. Yeah, that's being a robot. A robot's not going to be successful. Okay? So you'll be required to learn, and you will have a test at the end of your program. You have to explain everything that we've been talking through for the past 6 weeks. Okay? If you fail the test, then naturally you might have to stay in the program a little bit longer, or you'll be required to retake. So we'll go over what you did wrong and why. Okay, so we'll have a basic conversation. You should be to give me back what I've been teaching you for the past 6 weeks. Okay, if you can't, we have to question your seriousness. And if you don't want the program, don't take it. If you're not serious about it, don't do it. Because the only way you fail in our program is to not do it. That's the only way you fail. So do it. Take it serious. Be a part of it. Okay? That's how the program works. And that's what we're here to do, is have a weight loss program that helps you become successful. Okay? And being successful, you get rewarded for it. Because we like rewards. We like gifts. When we get something, we're like, oh, look what I got. I'm great. I'm happy. Okay? So wrapping it up, we've talked about lifestyle. We talked about supply and demand. We talked about value structure. We talked about perceived value. We talked about imaging. We talked about programming. We talked about quite a bit. I know I was everywhere, talking about everything, because it was just a conversation. I was talking to you about how to be successful at weight loss. Okay. Now, I'm not sure who chimed in. I hope we had a lot of chat response, but this is going to be recorded. So I'm going to go to YouTube so you can definitely find it. And we can go over it again some more. Just watch it on your own leisure and respond back to me. Okay. So once that thing is uploaded, I will give you all the links on that page to be able to get a part of what happens next, so that you can actually join the coaching program. Okay. It's a choice. You know, once again, to be successful, you got to engage. Okay. You got to be a part of something great. If you're not willing to take the strides to be successful, you can't complain when you're not successful. Okay. So this is Darren, your starting over coach, with my first webinar on how to be successful. Now, my next seminars and webinars and go in more detail. I may actually have a PowerPoint that walk you through things. The first time, I want to introduce myself and have a conversation. Okay, I'm out of Columbia, South Carolina. So if you're in Columbia, by all means, you'll be able to find me personally. If you're not in Columbia, then we're going to have to do this thing online. Either way, we will be successful because this is what we do. So there's Darren, your starting over coach. Learning to live in a healthy world created by you, with our first webinar on weight loss reimbursements. So let's get ready to do this program. Let's get ready to be successful. By all means, you can find me. Just type in Darren Eady, and you can find me. I have a Google Plus. I have a blog on Gmail. I have a website. You know, I have my book on Amazon. I have links. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. Okay, I'm on Instagram. Okay, so there's a lot of places you can find me with Darren Eady. Okay, online coach, starting over coach. I have a group on Facebook. Okay, so I have plenty of things that you can find me on. So if you're serious, you can find me. You know, so my question to you is, are you ready to get started? If you're ready to get started, click on my links, inbox me, you know, and let's get started. Okay. If you're just curious to hang out, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, learn something new and get something to think about. Okay. The name of the game is with your mind, body, and spirit. If you're not healthy, you're simply not doing the right thing. Okay. If you're not wanting to be, you want to only be fit and healthy and strong so you can do more, you're not doing the right thing. Okay. If you believe that you have been called by God to do God's will, if you're unhealthy and weak, you are unable to do God's will. Okay. Because you can't do anything but the bare minimums because you're physically unable. Okay. Think about it that way. If you are eating unhealthy foods and you're doing damage to your body, you are not pleasing God. If you die because of his actions, you may not go to heaven. I'm not saying I'm an authority on the Bible. I'm just going, how the Bible taught to me, okay, based on what I know. So I'm sure if I'm wrong, somebody will chime in and tell me I'm wrong, which I will appreciate it. You know, doesn't hurt. Learn something new. Just learn something new. Okay. So once again, this is Darren Eady, your starting over coach. My book is Learning to Live in a Healthy World Created, Starting Over, Learning to Live in a Healthy World Created by You. I have a group called Just Talk. It's my growing radio station where I talk about being healthy in this world. Well, what can we do to get better? How can we get better? And things we're going to do to get better. Okay? So I've given you a good start of where to go. So if you want it, let's go there. If you don't want it, I did my job. Okay? I'll give you what I can give you. All right. Thank you once again. This is Darren Eady. Thank you for your time. Let's look forward to the next one. I'm trying to do one at least once a month, you know, once every 6 weeks, depending on how our programs go. Okay. Of course, my Just Talk radio show is gonna be on and on and on, gonna be ongoing. So there's been always ways to hear me and see what I'm doing next. Okay. Have a good evening. Thank you for your time. You will see me again real soon. and let's get ready to lose weight with our weight loss reimbursement program. So once you start hitting me up, we're gonna start setting up how your program is gonna be. You're gonna email me or inbox me, and we're gonna start creating our first date to how we're gonna start our program. Okay? Thank you for your time, and have a good evening. Take care.